here, well, it's going fine depending on your school district is what I've discovered. Because they actually switched schools from last year to this year.
Okay.
But the thing that gets me about, I guess, the whole situation, and regardless of your view on COVID, right? I talked to my dad last night. So my brother is an assistant principal at a school in Virginia.
Is that why you started?
My brother, he's been in education he's probably been in education 10, 15 years now. But if you knew my brother 20, 30 years ago, nobody would ever have pinned him as an assistant principal. So it's a surprise that he kind of ended up there. But
it's like the crazy brother ending up as a teacher, or the crazy brother ending up as a cop, or whatever.
But he worked in special ed and some other. He's always been interested in that field. Now he wanted to kind of do the next thing, which is an assistant principal.
Yeah.
Well, he is very, at least from what I gather on his Facebook posts. So my brother and I don't.
It's like families these days.
It's not like when I was about to say my brother and I don't talk. It's not that we just don't call each other that much. We call each other playing stuff. We get along. We're fine. We're great. Yeah. But he's way more of he's on the more cautious side of the COVID spectrum than I am. And he is very much, we probably should not go back to in-person.
Okay.
We're being forced too soon. What about the teachers?
Right.
And I'm very much like, teachers are not some fucking protected class of people, right? They're not saints.
Right.
They're not, they're just teachers. Don't get me wrong. Right. A lot of them do a great job.
Yeah.
And a lot of them do it for terrible pay, and they put in a ton of hours.
Yeah.
But they're no different than you and I were as a service advisor.
Right.
In terms of exposure, right?
Oh, yeah, not at all, right.
This whole teachers were putting them in harm's way and they're being forced. Nobody's making you be a teacher.
Right.
Right?
It's like no one's making me go to the dealership every day.
Exactly. Yeah. And again, if you don't know, a service advisor, on average, how many strangers would we meet a day? You meet?
I took a survey just to do it, and I put 150 a day. It could be more.
100?
I don't know. 100,
let's say 100.
Toasty.